have some stuff about the strike here we're going to talk
That
about
was a good
actually.
segue.
It
I
was.
tried. That was my attempt at segueing it into a different news.
All right, what are they talking about here? And this was yesterday, published
So
yesterday.
the looming strike is
Click
strain.
on Detroit.com.
Oh yeah, we should probably give our sources, huh?
Well, that's why we air them. Everybody
I'm
can see what we're seeing at
I
least.
am definitely grabbing a mouse next time.
I have one. We
Yeah,
just well, I guess we might have to get a
I have.
USB splitter. You have one?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
one at home.
We've got a mouse here.
All right, so they're basically going on strike because of labor
Well,
abuse.
they want a 42% raise. It honestly, I'm kind of with it.
I mean,
Um, they basically, from what I understand about it, they want what their parents who worked for GM and the UAW, they want what the people before them had.
right?
That is all gone now, like pensions and stuff like. I don't know what their current pension situation is, but they want a lot of that stuff back. And
They did take their pension away pre-COVID.
yeah, from what I understood about that too, is they were supposed to get it back, and
Yeah,
it just hasn't happened yet.
yeah.
Or maybe UAW rescinded that, or not UAW, but the auto makers themselves, or whoever's paying these pensions and stuff. Maybe they decided, yeah, we can't afford to do that, quote unquote. Of course they can.
Well, it's just like at my job, dude. We took so I'm not. I can't say where I work,
That's yeah, absolutely not
um, because it'd get me in trouble. But
right.
at my job, I took a 15% pay cut, and even though during that time we had record profits, and all the employees took a 15% pay cut, even though there was record profits.
Of course.
And the same thing happened with even with GM. They had record profits during that time. And that goes into back back in the day, like pre-taxes.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a thing on the books. There used to be a law on the books where there a company could only keep a certain percentage of their profits, and they had to pay a certain percentage of those profits to their employees.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was it?
now that gap has widened so much
Yeah.
to where companies are keeping way more profits and not paying their employees enough.
Yeah. Well, we didn't take pay cuts in COVID or like at the beginning of the pandemic or anything, but we did. They cut our, I think, retirement funding. Um, we get up to 10% matching, and they cut it in half. I think something like that, and
Yeah.
they were supposed to reinstate it, and they did, but it took longer than what they said. I assume maybe that's similar to what's going on with the UAW.
Yeah, I
I
think
haven't looked too much into it. I just know the end of the month is, I think when they have.
September 14th contract deadline.
Okay. Well,
If they go
they
on
did a
strike,
strike
that's
a
gonna
couple years ago. Yeah, I could see it happening again, and this is the entire UAW. It's not just GM like last time. That is gonna wreak havoc on the economy, depending on how long they stay on strike or if they get what they're asking for.
yeah,
Actually, let's rephrase that. Demand.
demand. Yeah,
That's how this works.
I mean, there is a thing to be said about unions. Sometimes they're good to have, like
Yeah.
where companies that have an insane amount of profits that aren't paying their employees enough.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, unions are very, very predatory.
They are. I work for a union. One of my biggest problems with a union, is that they tend to protect people who are worthless
Yeah.
more than they do anyone else.
Yep.
It's shitty. Um, yeah, I don't. I don't
There's
really have a whole lot more to say about
no.
it. It's
There's a good side to it and there's a bad side to it.
yeah, it has upsides and downsides, just like really anything.
Yeah.
It does suck that you pay a certain portion of your income to for dues and everything, and they essentially shit on you at the end.
Right. Yeah. I bet this whole strike is happening because of what happened with UPS. The amount the amount of pay boost that UPS drivers got.
Yeah, aren't they're
Because they were about to go on strike and they didn't end up
yeah.
going on strike. And now they're making like 40 something dollars an hour.
I'd take that.
Yeah, I'll deliver your package for 40 grand or for $40.
$40 an hour. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
so they're saying Ford would get an increase from 78,000 to 92,000.
that's a big jump.
That's a pretty good size jump. But is that the average salary, or is that?
I'd imagine they calculate it by average, yeah.
I would imagine as well,
And that's
and that's including wage bonuses, health care.
yeah, full-time permanent Ford employees. Yeah, top wage rate could be paid 98,000.
Yeah, I'm with it honestly. We're gonna see what happens,
I
of
mean,
course.
I get it. What companies need to do is they need to give more of their profits to the hardworking employees that are actually making those profits possible.
Yeah, a lot of these companies need to focus more on morale
Yeah,
for one. I think no matter where you are, morale's just in the dirt.
right.
Um, but with employers and employees, they need to work better on employer employee relationship and um, showing respect to the people who do the work for you, because they are the backbone of your company no matter what.
Employee treatment is so important for a
It is.
company.
It is, and that's why a lot of places are experiencing like high turnover and stuff. People are getting fed up with working for companies that don't care about them
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they're just a body
They're just a body, and
filling a
they'll
position.
replace you in a heartbeat. You give them the chance, they'll get rid of you and have somebody in your spot tomorrow.
Yeah, these days, good luck.
Right.
It's so hard to find a good working employee.
It
Most of
is.
most of
People
them
are
will
just
show up for like a
over it.
week and not come back.
Right. Yeah. COVID didn't help with that. Of course, they paid people for basically a
Staying
year to
home.
stay home.
Stay home. It's not up on the screen yet,
Okay.
but
We did get a comment. Free mirrors create a hotspot. I don't know what happened. Exclude. Could you elaborate on that, please?
I think that was a little while ago.
It was. I'd like to engage a
I
little
know.
bit with it.
I have to like turn.
Yeah, we're working on our setup. We're kind of makeshift right now, so bear with us. We're learning, and everything's just kind of thrown together. If I'm honest.
And it is two pissed off Americans.
That's right.